Okay, so let's take a look at this awesome live version of Maria's Bed from Devils and Dust from New Jersey in 2005. Be sure to stick around to the end of the video, because at the end of the video I'm going to be playing through the whole song and you'll see tabs scroll across the screen. Okay, so we've got a funny tuning for this one. I've got a playlist. I think I've done 3 or 4 songs that he does using this tuning. It's fantastic. It sounds so good. So I thoroughly recommend checking it out. Okay, so basically what happens is before you put the capo on, you're tuning the E down to a C, so E down to D, and then down to C, and then the A down to a G, and then this high E string down to a D as well. So you're only changing 3 strings, but the sound is so good. So this one we're also putting the capo on fret 5 as well. So yes, so this tuning really fantastic. So tempo 133 BPM. It does slow down quite a lot at the end, and it's in the key of C major. So let's take a look at the chords first. So we've got a G chord. So you like this one because it's all it is just the 5 strings from the A string. Okay, then we've got another version of G. Okay, so you put your 3rd finger on the 4th fret of the G, middle finger 3rd fret of the B. Okay, and then we've got a G. If you leave your middle finger there, put your 1st finger on the 2nd fret of the G, G sus2. Okay, so there's a lot of variations of similar chords here, so it's not too crazy. Okay, and then if you take your 1st finger off from that G sus2, you've got a G5 chord. Okay, now this chord sounds absolutely, so lush. It's a C add 9 over G, but the song structure, which I'm going to put up on the screen now, just refer to it as a C add 9. So I've just simplified the song structure a bit there, so you can kind of see the core chords. Okay, don't forget any song structures will be in the description of all YouTube videos. So this chord here, C add 9, middle finger 2nd fret D, 1st finger 1st fret B. So again, beautiful chord, especially in this tuning. And then in middle 8 section you've got an E minor 7. So block the A string, use your 3rd finger on the 4th fret of the E string, and then kind of just strumming up to the B string. Again, it doesn't matter if you hit the high E string as well, that's fine. Okay, and then we've basically got, I think he's playing, if you go back to that C add 9 chord, take your 1st finger off, you've got kind of a C6 kind of type chord. And then this is build up at the end of this middle 8. He uses his thumb. I prefer to use my 1st finger. Okay, so what's happening here is, this is a G5 over D. I use my pinky 3rd fret B, 1st finger, 2nd fret lower E. He uses his middle finger. Okay, so, and then middle finger. So if you just play it like that, it's a G5 over D. Okay, and then if you put your middle finger down, you've basically just got a D5 chord. So really cool. So not too many chords. Again, pretty easy to play. Well, it's about the tuning and the strumming and everything else. So all the verses are pretty much the same, but we'll go through the intro first anyway. So what you're going to do is you're going to come in on the and of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and with an upstroke. Okay, and then you've got this main 4-bar phrase that we're going to use a lot in the song. Okay, so you've got this 1-off chord, the G sus2, and then this main 4-bar phrase, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and. Okay, so you've got the G sus2, okay, main 4-bar phrase, G sus2, downstroke, up down on the G chord. So 1 and 2, and then one more strum, 3, back to the G sus2, take your 1st finger off to the G5, and then G sus2 at the end. So 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and then basically you just do the same kind of thing, but the last chord in the 2nd bar is just open strings. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, then and. Okay, so those 2 bars with the extra bit at the start. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and then down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down. And then you go back to that chord to start the whole riff again. So bars 3 and 4 of this kind of 4-bar phrase, 1, the G chord, and then up, down on the C add 9, then down, up, down, and then open again, up, down, down, up, down, and then back to the start. So the 4-bar phrase, and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Yeah, it's fantastic riff. So that 4-bar phrase, so you do that in the intro, and then you do it 4 times in the first verse, second verse, third verse, and then the fourth verse, okay? Let's take a look at the break sections. So the break sections, he's basically doing na 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 na. So hey, hey, that bit. So basically just slightly different pattern. Again, he does embellish it, so just use this as a foundation. If I was to play this live, I'd play it slightly, maybe loosen it up a little bit, vary it up a little bit more. It's good to standardize it for lesson purposes. So the break sections, okay, first, second and third break, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so instead of going to kind of just do less of that. So the G sus2 to the G, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and G sus2, and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and then and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and 1 and 2, 3 and 4. So those last 2 bars of the 4-bar phrase are pretty much the same. So slightly different pattern. Okay, so that's the first. So the break section, you do that the 4-bar phrase twice. Okay, let's take a look at the middle 8. So the middle 8 is where the new chords come in, that E minor 7. Etc. So you're going to go here. You're going to go down, 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 up with the E minor 7, and then C add 9, down, 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 up, and then just take your first finger off that C6 chord, and then you're going to go up, down again, and then put your first finger back on, and then up, down, up. Okay, so the first 3 bars of the middle 8, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and 1, 2, 3 and 4, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then G major, same strumming as the E minor 7, 1, 2, the open version of G major, and then going to do this the 2 bars we had before, the C add 9 and the C6, 2, 3 and 4, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and okay, and then you do the first 3 bars again, E minor 7, C add 9, C6, C add 9 over G, and then G to open G, you let it ring for 2 bars. And you get this cool little build-up bit before it goes into the 4th verse, which is the, he plays it with the D5 kind of there, and then the thumb there. I just find that a bit weird, uncomfortable. So I tend to do it with my first finger, second and pinky, but you could do first, second and third, or do it how Bruce does it. So here you've got this kind of G5, okay, first and fourth, and then to D5, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and like that. So open, middle finger down, and then open. So 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and 4 bars of this. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, and that's the 4th verse that we've done before. So let's now take a look at the 4th break. Slightly different, this 4th break to the other ones. So here you're going to go, start off kind of how you did before in the main verses, and main break, sorry. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and. Okay, so here you've got the G sus2, down, up, down, to the G, then down, up, and then down, up with the G5. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and I love this bit, which is down, up, down, up. So to the G, and then C add 9, Nice little rhythmic pattern here. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, then you just do that bar that we did to start the fourth break. 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and. And here there's a bar of 2-4, which means there's 2 beats in a bar, with a D5, the one that Bruce plays with his thumb. 3. Okay, so those first 4 bars of the fourth break. 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and. 1, 2. Okay, and then you basically do 4 rounds of our normal verse chords. Sorry, the break chords. 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and. 1 and 2. Na, na, na. Just nice variation to the verses. Okay, cool. So that's the fourth break, and now the outro part 1. So this is where it kind of builds up. Now, so here I've sort of slightly dampened it down, as Bruce loves to do, and then sort of changing the dynamics. So you go to that G sus2, then you're hammering on with your first finger to your third finger to that G chord. So you're going to go downstroke, and then down, 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 down. So 1 and 2 and 3 and the G sus2, and then open. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. You can do the G5, doesn't really matter too much at the end instead of the open chords. So slightly palm muted as well, kind of attacks it quite a lot. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then the C add 9, again downstrokes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So he does take his first finger off on the and the 3 and the start of beat 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And in the bar 4 of this outro part 1 riff is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so this 4-bar riff, outro part 1, which is done 5 times. Okay, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Really nice. Can be quite aggressive with it, with the bit of palm muting as well. It just sounds really nice. So that's outro part 1, and then outro part 2 is basically 4 rounds, your usual verse chords. And he's purposely, you know, with the harmonica, he's getting slower and slower and slower. So he does that 4 times, and then just to finish off, he does this. Okay, so the G sus2 to the G, G sus2 to G. 1, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And that's it. So again, quite repetitive in terms of the chords, but they're really lush sounding, and obviously the vocal melody and his harmonica playing and the kind of the melody he sings in the breaks as well. So awesome song. I love this one from Devils and Dust. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, and any comments or suggestions, let me know down below. Please subscribe and hit that bell icon for notifications if you haven't already. Of any tabs you can get on the online store, jsmusicSchool.co.uk, or using your Subscribe Star codes, so you can get PDF format or Guitar Pro format. And yeah, if you're a Subscribe Star, you get a bit more value for money. You can get extra things and exclusive videos, etc. So Subscribe Star site, subscribestar.com/Bruce Guitar. Thanks for always, for all your support, and I'll see you next time. Cheers. Bye.
If you'd like to get guitar files, tab PDFs, backing tracks from any of these tutorials, head over to either the Subscribe Star page or my website jsmusicschool.co.uk. Remember to subscribe and hit that bell icon for notifications. Thanks very much, see you on the next one.